Are you open to rational dialogue, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
Are you open to rational dialogue? Why are you covering up the sign?
Because there are children here, and I don't think that children should see graphics like this.
Well, what about, I mean, the guy over there, he got blood on his face. Should
It's
children be
fake
seeing
blood.
that?
It's fake blood.
But it's still graphic.
It's not like this.
So how's that different than this?
It's very different.
How?
Because children shouldn't have to learn about this yet.
Well, should children be seeing a guy with blood on his face? They probably shouldn't be seeing that. That's graphic. It's not pleasant to see.
You brought them here to see it.
So why is that okay, but this isn't okay?
Because this isn't a place for this, in my personal opinion.
Ma'am, you're outside of a horse show that glorifies death, that has blood and gore. You're saying this isn't the right place and time?
Not for this, no.
How can you say that being outside of a horse show? I mean, seriously.
Well, to me, this is just for entertainment here. This is not for this. This is not for children.
Ma'am, children are being murdered.
I understand
And you can
that,
care
and
about
I don't
that.
agree with that.
Then what are you doing about it other than covering up? Covering it up.
Children don't need to see the graphics like that.
They can have compassion. They have compassion over there.
And that's your children. That's your choice.
Actually, they're not my children.
Well, they're her children. It's her choice.
But no one has a choice to murder a baby. And you should know that.
That's not my choice to make for someone. I didn't make that choice. And I
Yeah,
didn't make
you
that
can, but
choice
you can
for my
choose
body.
to choose to love these children as yourself. You can choose to love
I
them.
love all children.
Well, but ma'am, you're not showing love to your preborn neighbors, the most innocent
I do.
children.
I don't agree with that.
Then what are you doing about it other than covering up? You know these images save lives, and you're covering it up. You might literally be responsible for a child being
But
murdered.
just like you have your choice and opinion to do this, I have my choice and opinion to try to not let children see something like this, right?
But why?
Because that's my choice.
Well, why would you choose to do wickedness?
I'm not choosing to do
You are.
wickedness.
Do you
And
profess?
last time I checked in the Bible, God says it's not our job to judge.
Well, ma'am, you're judging right now.
I'm not.
You are. You're judging that this is wrong. You're judging that what we're doing
I'm
out
not
here is wrong.
judging you.
You are. You're judging that what we're doing is wrong. That's judging.
That's my choice too. But you're
Then, man,
judging
don't be a
that we're
hypocrite then.
judging. You're also judging too.
Yeah,
right?
we all judge. I'm saying don't judge when you yourself are judging and you're being a hypocrite.
I'm just trying to be polite about it.
And I
understand.
Yeah, I appreciate the politeness. I'm just saying, please don't be a hypocrite by saying don't judge when you yourself are judging.
I don't feel like I'm judging. I'm
You
just
are.
trying to protect.
You are.
Okay. Well,
You're judging.
I'm judging, but I'm trying to protect children's eyes from what I feel personally is not acceptable.
But ma'am, again, look at the place you're outside of. It's a horse show. Actors have blood on their face.
It's
How
fake
is this
blood.
not acceptable?
It's fake blood. That's real blood. This is real. That's not real.
So it's okay for children to see that?
They're not
So-
hurting anybody.
How-
This is hurting.
Well, maybe I think they're hurting. They're hurting children.
They're not.
So children be seeing blood and gore and violence?
There is no violence. How is there violence when it's people jumping out and scared, saying boo?
Well, you got like I said, you got a guy over there. Looks like he's been bludgeoned in the face. How is that not violent? How is that not violent?
Did someone beat him to get like that? They did it. It's a mask.
But ma'am, what are children going to think when they see that?
They know what they think when they see that because we've explained it to them. This is a mask, and we talk to them, and they enjoy the entertainment.
Ma'am, you're scarring them. You're showing them this is okay.
If I'm scarring them, they would be screaming and crying and run away, but they aren't.
Ma'am, outside of a horse show, this is very appropriate.
I don't feel it is. We can each have our own opinions, right?
Do you profess to be a Christian?
I am a Christian.
Then why are you covering up this image, and why are you outside of a horse show?
Do I have to repeat myself multiple times? Because I think I've said it quite a few times.
Well, how do you justify this as a professing Christian? You haven't answered that.
I don't agree with you showing images like this to children.
But ma'am, as a professing Christian, how do you justify being involved in a horse show? Seriously.
Because God isn't against it.
Actually, he is.
He's not against us entertaining
He hates
people.
evil.
And I'm
He's not
evil.
He's not pleased by this.
Well, I'm not evil. So.
Well, you are if you're in your sins.
You sin too, sir.
Not as a practice. No, God saved me.
Too, sir.
Ma'am, don't deflect to try to justify your sins.
You're doing
Have you
it to me,
have you
so
trusted?
how come I can't say it back to you, sir?
Ma'am, I'm telling you to trust in Jesus Christ.
I do.
Only He can save you.
I do.
But ma'am, look at your fruits. I mean, you're working outside of a horse show. You're covering up an image of a murdered baby.
I'll tell you right now, I actually don't work here. I'm just helping them. Because I got disturbed by this. Because I wouldn't want my children to see this.
How about if you're a Christian, why not care about children that are being murdered?
I do care about that, and I don't agree with it. I've said that.
Then what are you
3 times
doing?
now.
What are you doing about it? You haven't answered that yet. Other than covering it up, what are you doing about it?
Well, I don't practice in that. So to me, that's me doing that. And if I had a friend that would contemplate that, I would tell them other options of what to do. To me, that as a Christian would be the right thing to do.
Well, what if I told you this earlier, these images save lives. A child could be saved if people like you wouldn't cover it up.
Okay, so what about a woman? Let's say a woman is here, okay? She was pregnant. She didn't have an abortion, but she lost her child, and she has to see an image like this. What about that? That's hurtful. That hurts.
If she's truly repented, this will help her to see it, and she can take action. There are mothers who murdered their babies and hold these images.
And that's not right.
What?
You missed out! This is my personal opinion. I don't think it's right.
I'm just telling you
I
that.
lost my child, and that was very hurtful. This is hard to see.
Then have compassion on these children.
I do. And I hope that someone does help someone I know. I hope they never do it.
Ma'am, do you realize that over a dozen children were murdered in Milwaukee this morning? Does that not bother you at all, ma'am? Over a dozen children were murdered this morning in Milwaukee. Why doesn't that bother you? You profess to be a Christian. You profess to be a Christian, ma'am.